but will it actually be able to win out? I do want to see the Buster Shot interactions if the Tristana is indeed picked up. Owner considering his Lilia here. Will be a lot of magic damage here for T1 if they do lock this one away.
Give away what the setup is going to be.
This wouldn't.
That does not, no.
That would be interesting. Yone, a consideration once again, much like in game number 1.
I like that a lot more.
Will be the pivot. I like that. I agree with you.
As yeah, it will
going to be Braum.
End up being the Braum, which into the Nautilus obviously feels amazing. Does not solve your engage issue. But you have Aurora, so really, do you need engage when your opponents are all locked into a circle? I think not.
Yurin Park. She is a famous Korean artist. Here supporting T1. Does have her custom jersey as well, which is super cool. Yeah. Baker is now going to get jumped on here as Bulldog on his favorite champion. He's also Dragon training as well. I really like it. It's my favorite Tristana skin. Kind of weird. 8-0 here for Bulldog. That is definitely the big one. The 0-3 on the Nautilus. It's either a win for the Nautilus or the first loss for the Tristana. Frustrating here, trying to annoy Cuz. Going to successfully do that. Andal doing exactly the same thing on the other side. And he's going to get Conqueror, and Andal is not going to have his Aftershock anymore. The Ignite goes down, and Andal is finally going to be able to do what he wanted, which was just clearing out a ward. As that's a reset success here for Carrier. Really nicely done. Zeus is moving in. Cuz gonna have to give up on his red buff. Has been divisive in the past.
Divisive indeed, Atlas.
Yeah, to say the least. As Andal and Leaper are going to be moving up. They do have a minion wave here, but with Zeus still in the area, it's going to be hard for them to make it towards this turret as they do clear out the wave. Owner is moving down as well, 4 versus 2.
They are getting plate damage down.
Oh, that's the flash over from Owner, but doesn't find the stun.
Cuz is going to start up the grubs.
Yep, I believe full information going over to the Quantum Freaks, and they definitely have it now to set up for a potential dive.
Oh.
Carrier going to find a Winter's Bite onto Andal here, and now Owner is going to make his attempt. Let's see whether they can lock them down as he does pick up turret aggro. Owner's only level 5. There is the flash out from Andal. And now T1 looking for it once again. The teleport does come in. They're going to be able to kill Leaper, but can they get out? That's the question. The answer is absolutely no. The Gnar is going to clip Carrier, but he stands beside Gumayusi. He's going to see whether he can save him. Dudu and Andal trying to fight this one out. The flash comes out from Carrier, but it's not enough. It's Caitlyn! Gumayusi able to get the kill back, and it's a 2 for 2.
Because now the rest of the wave...
Yeah, now the rest of the wave is going to evaporate,
it's
but...
just going to get eaten. So this looks a little dicey initially as Owner takes aggro thanks to a great hook. But Guma is able to do so much damage here, crucially. Like, gets a Q off on both Andal as well as Leaper, and then Leaper ends up getting CC'd going down. And then that flash from Guma ends up being the big difference maker, because if he doesn't flash that, that alone could have been enough. They get knocked into the wall, and that's the end of it. And then here, between the traps, this looks initially really bad, but because of the barrier, he's at least able to trade back. Probably, yeah, I feel like
I think
after
is even less of a thing.
All the lethality nerfs, not what you expect. As Andal is learning why playing Nautilus into Braum is not fun.
Yeah, especially Braum Caitlyn, because as soon as a Winter's Bite or Concussive Blows is going to go down, it means that you then get trapped. And yes, there is a delicious cupcake, but you also die. And so that's not good. As Andal's going in, whether he likes it or not, Cuz going to come on through, is able to heal him up, but it's not enough. Carrier shows them the door, and they're going to have to take it, unfortunately.
Lands.
Oh, Dudu inside the circle here. Zeus just going to press a bunch of buttons. Dudu not going to get hit by that Q.
On a good amount of gold. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just play this slow. Andal is able to actually take that. Gets the heal as well, so not too bothered.
Ooh, Mystic Shot going to connect. That's the Glacial Fissure not so lucky.
Very early as... Oh, a punish onto Zeus.
Oh, the Gnar is going to be blocked by the ulti. Zeus going to be able to try and get himself out of here, but you can't dodge that one. The hook going to come through there as well. The wallop comes down. A lot of chain CC. He flashes the spear, and it's just enough to get him out of dodge. The ace in the hole. Ona comes over. Bulldog wants to try and push him away, but there's a nice stun onto the Tristana. Able to get himself out of there, but the Heartbreaker moves Ona forward. Still, Bulldog gets the heal and is going to be able to keep himself alive. That hook was, I mean, almost good, but it did spell the death of Andal.
Oh, it's
And
not
the
happening.
spears aren't really connecting. That's a headshot from Gumayusi as Cuz.
Oh my god!
That was kind of cool. He's going to be annoying. They're going to be able to take down a turret. And now Cuz is trapped in a circle.
Already discussed yet. If they don't think they have a good opportunity, as never mind, TP coming in.
Yep, they're not going to be giving this one up. Teleport to come through from Zeus, looking for Bulldog on a flank angle. They will be able to find him there. Azona taking a bit of damage himself. Faker looks for Bulldog. There is the rocket jump out, and Bulldog with teleport available. His Buster Shot now on cooldown though. So Dudu, he's turned up, looking for a few more stacks onto that Nabar. Zeus hops forward, puts them in a circle. Now that is going to be the Drake, secured by the Kwangdong Freaks, but can they find the team fight? That's the question. Faker goes golden as the house just goes over his head, and Gumayusi takes down Leaper. Cuz is already dead as well, but they do at least save the soul, and Andal might even be able to get out. Oh, just barely.
4.
Yep, they are just gonna do Baron. Carrier puts up the door. Kwangdong Freaks are in the area, but Dudu is not. And so this Baron going down lower and lower, but yeah, this is not exactly going the best. Still, can they get into the pit? The answer is no. They are taking down the Aurora though, and T1 need to get themselves out of here as quickly as they can. They'll sacrifice.
Faker, third item done.
Yeah, has
Dudu, he was looking.
Yeah, Carrier doesn't find the ulti though, and Ona gonna have to slink back into the mist. Takes a lot of damage here as the screw is gonna connect there as well. Heartbreaker out. Andal has to be really careful, Dudu. Not a lot of Nabar, as that is a very short hook. Andal's gonna have to flash. He does so to get himself out of here. Bulldog, this flank angle is very scary as T1 all grouped up. And the health bars on Kwangdong Freaks are getting lower and lower. They're gonna have to commit to something as there's the hook. It's gonna connect onto Zeus, but that is the kill onto Andal. Zeus down so incredibly low. The Mega Gnar comes in. Faker gonna get walloped off to the side. Bulldog has to flash to get himself out of the way, and there is the Mountain Soul. Emperor's Divide doesn't do a whole lot, but that's because his targets are already dead. Leaper gets over the wall, and Gumayusi will wipe him out. T1 now just trying to get the stragglers here as Dudu wanting to chase after Carrier, but Gumayusi gonna protect his support this time around. And Cuz gonna need to try and pounce his way over some walls, and it looks like Ona doesn't even really care because Zeus is gonna turn up, and Cuz's time is coming to a close here as he does pounce on over towards Zeus. Also keeps himself relatively healthy, but there's that burst that we were waiting for. One, right?
It was, and they can still beat DRX, that's problem.
Yep, that's a hook. That is a dead Andal. There is nothing you can do about that one. Gumayusi just walks up to point blank range. Himself over here, wanting to land some poke as Faker is hit by a spear. That's important, but the Baron is just going to go down, and now Leaper is inside a circle and destroyed.
Okay, well,
They're big, and now T1, they are going to be pushing, but Kwangdong Freaks might have them where they want them. Leaper probably shouldn't be frontlining. Don't have a lot of other options. Oh god, okay. Bulldog almost just executed as Faker is going to look for him. Buster Shot gets him out of there as these Nexus turrets going down so fast. They're in between worlds as Owner is going to take Andal out of it. Dudu now in trouble, gets hooked up by the newly constructed Nautilus. And Bulldog goes down as well. The rest of T1, they get on top of Leaper. You can't flash that one, Cuz. And that is the double kill for Gumayusi. The ace comes through, and T1, they stomp Kwangdong Freaks into the ground at the very end there.
And now Kwangdong, they still can make it, but their fate no longer in their own hands. Now reliant on BNK not getting a whole lot of wins.
Yeah, B&K has a bit of a rough time as that was half health with a headshot.
Yeah, Guma's getting POG.
Yeah, his Caitlyn is very, very good, as we know. And T1 here, it looked like Kwangdong Freaks was setting up for some sort of team fight, and then they just weren't allowed to team fight because they just died one after the other. And unfortunately, this didn't quite work out there. They were already circling the drain. This was some heavy wallets as T1 just...